You know, when I was a kid, we used to have cornbread on Sundays as a side. We would use the box mix. I'm not going to say which one. It was very good. It still is. But here in the Old Recipe Kitchen, we're going to do things by the book. Unlike last week where we did the King Arthur website, this week we're going to use the King Arthur book. Welcome back to the Old Recipe Kitchen. My name is Yvonne. Unlike the Anadama bread, the maple syrup cornbread comes with, of course, maple syrup, and it is featured in King Arthur's Baker's Companion, page 85. They say it comes very good with beans and rice, so we may try that later as well. For the first part of the recipe, we have 2 bowls. In the first bowl, we're going to have 1 cup of flour, all-purpose, 1 cup of cornmeal, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and you're supposed to mix that thoroughly, which I'm going to do now. In the second bowl, we have 1 cup of milk, 4 tablespoons of butter, 2 large eggs, and 1/4 of a cup of maple syrup, which is significant, which means I'm probably going to have a lot of this left over. So I'll be looking for recipes to do that with. All right. Probably needs all the sweetness it can get because the cornmeal is very grainy and thick. So recipe calls to mix this together thoroughly. And then you're going to add it to bowl number 1. Adding bowl number 2 to bowl number 1. And even though the butter is softened, it's going to take a little bit of persuasion, which I am kind of adept at that. So we'll mix it together. And it calls to preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit, which is super, super hot. And then you can add this batter or mixture to either an 8x8 square or a 9-inch round. Now, I don't have a 9-inch round, so I do have a 9-inch round, but I don't have an 8x8 square. So we're gonna use the 9-inch round and nothing will change. Okay, so I am transferring the batter to a 9-inch round pan. Make sure you grease it just to make sure that you don't have anything that sticks. I mean, it'll have to stay in the pan anyway. I always serve my cornbread out of the pan, so even if it does stick, it's probably not such a big deal. This is to be transferred to the oven for 20 to 25 minutes at 425 degrees Fahrenheit, which is superbly hot. And I don't know if I want to do that because my oven, Maxine, runs extremely hot. So let's just see. And as I say every week, wish me luck. All right, and this is our end result. It turned out pretty well. We did exactly 25 minutes in the oven. And I think that this is best served hot with a piece of butter in the middle. Of course, you can eat it any way you want. I think it'll taste good with something like jelly or even a side to the red beans and rice, which is what Miss Carol Stevens of Vermont suggested in King Arthur's Baker's Companion. Anyway, if you like what you saw today, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below if there's something that you'd like to see us make here in the Old Recipe Kitchen. In the meantime, thank you for tuning in. And until next time, I am Yvonne, and this is the Old Recipe Kitchen.